Well, about a month ago, I shared with you that our cat, Angelo, went missing.
What a terrible feeling.
Oh, it was awful. All right, thankfully, we did get Angelo back, but it was a heart-wrenching about 30 hours.
You actually met someone who was a cat tracker, right? Some call her the cat whisperer.
Yes, and she's actually found dozens of cats, and she shares what you need to know to get yours back.
Lila the cat went missing when she jumped into a furniture delivery truck.
It was like a piece of our hearts had been ripped out.
Her human mom, Lynn Melanson, had been looking all over for Lila, who usually sunbathes outside, when her husband finally called the trucking company that had dropped off their chair.
Sure enough, the trucking company said, "We saw a cat when we went to load in the morning. It jumped out and took off for the woods."
Lila's an outdoor cat, but she lives in Windsor and ended up all the way in Southbury, an hour away. In her quest to find Lila, Lynn met Maureen McCormick, a bona fide cat finder.
She texted me and said, "I'd be willing to help you. I'm a cat trapper." I had never heard of that before.
I find a lot of people too don't want to accept my help because they wonder why a stranger would want to help them. So I had those issues in the beginning, but now I'm starting to get known in this area for doing this.
Because you're successful. You find cats.
Yeah.
Maureen runs Friends of Buddy Lost Cat Rescue and Trapping, and she's found dozens of missing cats.
I saw a need in the community for somebody like me because cats tend to be second-class citizens compared to dogs. There's tons of dog rescues that will come out and help you find your dog. I couldn't find one that would help you come out and find your cat. The most critical time is the minute you know they're missing. You want to get out in your yard. If it's nighttime, take a flashlight, search every nook and cranny. Even the biggest cat can stuff himself into the smallest area when they're terrified. And indoor cats will be terrified.
Lynn was driving 2 hours round trip every day calling for Lila, and no luck. Maureen says that's because cats go into survival mode.
Their brain completely changes. Everything and everyone is a predator, including the owner. And that's a point that I make to people, that a lot of people don't believe me when I say that. So it's absolute fact. Your cat is not going to come to you.
So step one when your cat goes missing? Step
one is I tell them to call the animal control and just alert them in case somebody, God forbid, they get hit by a car or somebody brings them in. The next thing I tell them to do is to start making posters and flyers, like this poster behind me here.
You said they have to be big and bright.
They have to be neon. Huge.
Meanwhile, Maureen shows up and wires your house with a night vision camera.
We hang up the camera so that overnight while you're sleeping, we're getting your cat on camera, hopefully.
And you have people set up food and their favorite things.
You set up food, water, put out articles of dirty clothing. Pillowcases are great, sneakers.
Anything that smells like the owner.
Anything that smells like whoever that cat loves.
Once the cat is captured on camera, Maureen comes back with a trap. Don't worry, it's a safe one.
We put the food way in the back. And this here is called a trip plate. And you're gonna wanna line this trap with your dirty clothes and throw a smelly blanket over it that they'd be familiar with, and the food in the back. And once the cat goes into the trap and steps on the trip plate, they're home.
And then
everybody cries.
The process can last days, even weeks, and that's what's so tough on the sleepless owners.
I give people a lot of emotional support.
She has her little black bag of tricks that says "Believe" on it, and she sent me a picture of it. She had us believing.
This is my Believe bag. Everybody who has a lost cat should believe they're gonna come home. Don't give up or too early. So I have my headlamp, I have food, another headlamp, bungee cords and locks, batteries.
For the cameras?
Yep.
Lila, the hitchhiking cat, was gone for a month when finally there was a break in the case after Maureen and Lynn hit the town with those neon posters.
It was one of the hottest days of the year. I think we hung up 50 posters.
And we spent that day going all over the place, posting these posters on anything we could find. I followed Maureen. She just barreled through the traffic, and I just prayed.
It worked. Within a day, she got a text from someone who led her to an older woman who'd been taking care of Lila.
It was just elation, like, oh my God, finally, we have her back. I have my cat back. And it was a feeling of disbelief as well. It's like, I just picked her up and I hugged her.
To this day, Maureen and Lynn are great friends.
What more can you say about a person who just does this from the heart? You know, there are very good people in the world.
Absolutely. She is one of them.
So how much does it cost?
Well, she does this all out of the goodness of her heart. She won't take money unless it's, you know, she's really far away. She needs some gas money for expenses, but this is just something that she likes to do.
That is amazing.
And she really, you know, like dog rescue, she wants to rescue cats. And Sherry DeGenova, who many of you know, she's the Hartford Animal Control Officer. She says Maureen is truly a cat whisperer. I also think she is, and she taught me a few things when I was looking for Angelo. Number one, you see on the internet, they say put the litter box out. She says don't do that. Even though you see on the internet, she says it actually attracts predators, which will keep your other cats, and it'll keep your cat away.
Do use social media and post your missing cat on Facebook and other websites like pawboost.com.
Yep. And you can find Maureen, and she can help you by going to her Facebook page, Friends of Buddy. It's facebook.com/FOBuddy. I'll make sure to post that on my Facebook page as well.
Have a great day, everybody. What a great story. Thank you.
Eyewitness News is coming up next.